Good morning, folks. This is Outdoorsman 1996 coming at you. It is currently June 14th, 2025. I'm in the Jack's Landing, but this is a remembrance trip. A trip of remembrance, I should say. 13 years ago today, I lost not only my best friend, but my grandfather. June 14th, 2012. We get the phone call that no one wants to get. They were just after moving him to Bonavista, and that was where he had passed away, was in Bonavista. He lived a good life of 85 years, but that don't make a lick of difference. It don't make it any easier, I tell you. So hence the reason, hence the name, Jack's Landing. I named Jack's Landing after him as a bit of respect. And not only that, I mean, like I said, he was my best friend. I was his shadow. We done everything together. We went everywhere together. It's kind of hard for me to talk about, but I mean, 13 years later, not a day goes by that I don't think of him or that I don't speak of him. I thought a lot over that man. I brought something belonging to him in here this morning to leave in here. I brought in the last woods coat he ever had, and it's showing its age, but shh, stomach's rumbling. But that don't mean anything. So I just lit my fire, put the kettle on. I'm in here for the day. This is a day of remembrance trip. Like I said, in respect to him. So a little bit of a story now about Jack's Landing. So we're going to go back to when he passed away, which was June of 2012, June 14th of 2012. I wasn't graduated high school. I got high school then. I graduated high school 2 years later. I would have liked for him to be here for my graduation, but when you're called, you're called. That's it. Okay, so back to the story about the creation of what is now Jack's Landing. So in 2015 and 2016, I started spending solo nights at my uncle's cabin, which is across the pond from me, the Crow's Nest. And I'm going to have to get something to eat now after this video. But I'd spend trips in there, most of them by myself, some of them not, some of them with Mr. Downey, you've heard me mention before. On a lot of solo trips, like, there's stuff you'd see in here that you wouldn't see out in society. Out, say, Arnold Cove, Common Chance, Sunnyside, right? Or St. John's for that matter, but I can't stand St. John's, even though I'd say I probably got subscribers from St. John's. No offense, boys. A bayman's a bayman. So, like I was saying, like, I was in here for a night in 2015 or 2016. No, it was 2020. I don't know. Anyway, and I was just after crawling into bed. Nice starlit night, and I heard. Then the pond was caught over, but what that was it was ice forming in the pond. Couldn't believe it. First time I ever heard anything like it. That was the start. The rest of it was the solitude, the peace and quiet, and just time to reflect and relaxation. So in 2016, in late 2015, early 2016, I decided I was going to have my own cabin. And so I went down to the Crown Lands office in Clareville at the time. That's now since closed, and all operations are done out of St. John's. And I went in and I told the fellow, the clerk, I said, I want us to put a cabin in on Watson's Pond. He said, okay, well, I'll pull up the map and you show me where you want us to go. So he done that, and I picked the far side of Watson's Pond, away from everyone else, right beside a little gully. And that was the start of Jack's Landing. So the following year in 2017, actually the winter of 2016, I actually came over and looked at it, and I said, boy, this is going to need a lot of work. There was blowdowns and stumps and everything else all over the place here. But I picked away at it. So in 2017, me and my uncle, Chris, who you've also heard me mention, and he's actually the owner of the Crow's Nest across the pond there. We come in armed with our chainsaws, and we cut every stump and every blowdown we could see in a 12 by 6. Well, actually, we went a little bit further than that. And so that was that. So in 2018, we came in and we framed up the foundation and put that together. And sometime in 2016 anyway. Oh, and in 2016, I was officially approved for land in here. And that was actually 7 years ago, May 27th of 2018, that we came in and we cleared the land for the foundation. So it would be, but now also in 2018, the cabin foundation was constructed, and then in 2019, it was COVID year, we come in and we stuck up the walls, and then in 2021 or 22, no, 21, yeah, 21 or 20. I'm not really sure, but it was that year we come in and we put the roof on and sheeted over the upstairs. And then in March of 2022, I actually remember that well because, of course, it's in the logbook there. That was my first solo night in here to Jack's Landing. We come in and we hooked up the stove, and after that, I just picked away at it. Like in 22, I also started doing the paneling you see here behind me. Now, don't judge. Don't be a critic now. Yes, it's all scab pieces because, well, it was donated. Some of it was full sheets, some of it was part sheets, so I made do with what I had. And in 24, we come in and we painted the floor. And last winter, well, the winter of 25, we come in and we put the warming cabinet on top of my stove. So, a lot of things have happened with Jack's Landing since 2018, or 2016, sorry. Well, technically 2018, the foundation was actually laid, so a lot of things have changed. Hopefully it'll be around for ever. I have no thoughts about stopping coming in here because I love it. Finally a cabin of my own. And I mean, a piece of my grandfather is here. The name, well, his name was John, but everyone called him Jack. But I liked Jack's Landing better than I liked John's Landing. Do you understand where I'm coming from here, folks? So as I always say, get out and enjoy the greatness of Newfoundland and Labrador. And today's message is, if you've got any grandparents that are still living, I'm lucky that I still have a grandmother. But if you have any grandparents that are still alive today, go talk to them. Get them to tell you stories of how it was for them growing up. Because one of these days, one of these days, and it pains me to say it, but one of these days, those stories are going to disappear with them unless your aunts and uncles and your fathers and your mothers know those stories. Unless they know them stories, those stories are gone. So it'll probably bring a smile to your grandparents or your mother or father's face to say, I want to hear stories of how it was for you growing up. How I wish that I had got my grandfather to tell me stories of what it was like for him growing up down in Glenview, and what they done for pastimes and what he done for employment. Like, he worked with Procon, he was a fisherman, he worked in the lumber woods, he was a peacekeeper in Germany in the Second World War. That's stuff that I did not know until he was passed away. So make your grandparents' day. Ask them, tell me some stories from when you were growing up, what you done. Anyways, boys, I went a little bit further than my message, so I'm going to do it all over again. Get out and enjoy the greatness of Newfoundland and Labrador and what it has to offer. Take care. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and always keep an eye on my Facebook page, Outdoorsman1996 on YouTube. You can also follow my Instagram at Woodsman1996. I'll follow you back. Just shoot me off a little message. My account is private, but you shoot me off a message, I'll see it, and I'd like to know where you found me and how you found me, because there's a lot of scammers on social media and fake profiles that just like, hey, have you heard about the new federal provincial government grant? Yeah, I heard about it. Get off my Facebook. So yes, if you shoot me off a message, tell me how you found me, I'll certainly follow you back. Yes, take care. See you in the next one.